Hello, welcome back to another video. I am going to be showing you today how to make a patriotic wreath out of 6-inch burlap. I got mine at Walmart. There's blue, red, and like an ivory color. And then I have a Dollar Tree wreath form. So for this wreath, I'm going to be ruffling the burlap around it, but we're going to do a chunk of blue up here, and then I'm going to like alternate red, white, to give it kind of a striped look. So I am going to start with red first. I'm going to do blue last. So for these wreaths, they are super easy. You get your burlap, the edges are finished. So we're just going to fold it like this. So you have your two ends. These are going to go around this outer, like this is the outer ring I'm doing. Then we're going to do a second layer on the inside. So we're going to be putting it right here so that this bar, not that last outer one, but this one right here where my finger is going to be going down right in there. Like this. It's hard to tell in the camera, so. See? So one corner from each edge is going on each side. Like so. And I'm just going to start pulling it. Trying to make it so it's easy for you guys to see. That's the bottom. But yeah, we're just going to pull it through from underneath, and you're going to make it tight so that it creates a ruffle. So, I hope you guys can see. Sometimes, like this one, this is sticking out, keeps getting snagged on the burlap, so that can be quite annoying. So I'm just going to pull through here and keep it coming. Takes a second to get the hang of it because everything wants to move on you, but once you kind of get it, it takes off from there. How cute is that? Okay, so I am going to do I don't want a full section of red because I want my stripes to be somewhat narrow. So I am going to say about the halfway point, because that's where the start is. Around the halfway point, I'm going to cut my burlap. Just from underneath. Cut it like that. And just finish pulling it through. Now, I'm not going to do the next chunk of red yet. I'm going to finish my way around the outer ring first. And then we'll fill in the middle. So next I'm going to take the ivory. And I'm just going to start it off right where the red left off. So once this is smashed, you can see it's about half that section. I hope I'm making sense. So I'm just going to get that one corner in there, get this corner on this side. I'm just going to work my way in, and I'm pulling the two edges just up and together to create that ruffle. Pack it in nice and tight. So I want this section to end somewhat like thick. So I'm going to keep going, pack as much of it in as I can. A little bit more. Okay, so that's good. I am going to cut the burlap again. finish pulling this through. Okay, so if you can see, there's the red and the ivory. This is the outer ring. It's going to look like that. So next I'm going to do red again and then more ivory. And I'm going to keep doing this same thing over and over again. My ivory flew off the table. So I'm going to bring the two ends in. Biggest thing is making sure that the burlap doesn't twist on you. So if you can see closer, when I go to pull it through, I'm holding this edge and this edge together and I'm pulling it. And then I go over here and I grab the two edges again, pull it. Grab the two edges again, and I pull it. I know it's kind of hard to tell on a video, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I made it about halfway, and if it's not exact, it's not going to matter. No one would ever notice. You are going to cut your burlap again. Don't want that to fly off the table. Alright, so we're done with the second red. And now I'm going to grab the ivory again. Put my corners through, and I'm just going to start pulling the two edges. Grab both the ends and I scrunch it. And I want to fill in as much as I can into this section. Get a little bit more. And then I'm going to cut the ivory. Finish pulling it through. And then we will go back to red. So like I said, I'm going to continue going along this whole ring right here. And I'm going to fill that in, and then we are going to do the inside. So I am going to, well, actually I'll fill it into here and then I'll show you the blue and then we'll do the inside. I just won't make you watch the whole thing. Be right back. So here is what I've done so far. I have two full sections left that I'm going to fill in with the blue. So again, just going to put the two ends in, and I'm going to start scrunching. And this one I won't have to cut when I get to the end of this section. So I'll just scrunch it up. And I kind of, it's hard to tell, I'm holding this part with my finger as I'm using this hand to pull it. That way I can keep it kind of ruffled. It's just easier with the pressure. So I'm going to pull that through. And when I feel like I have enough in this section, then I'm just going to go on to the next section. So I want this pretty snug. Get a little bit more in. So I finished that. There's the bar, and I'm just going to go on the other side of the bar and pull the two ends through again. Actually, let me make that better. All right, so I get my two edges of the burlap. Pull it up, and I just keep doing the same thing. Okay, now when I get closer to the end, I'm going to cut the blue, and then I'm going to turn around and show you how we put it on the inside ring. Almost done. Okay, so it's almost tight enough. Leave a little bit of room. Cut this. Finish pulling it through. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Okay, so now for this next step, we're going to be using this ring right here, not this one, but this one right here, and we're going to be doing it the same exact way. I'm going to push one edge through this section and one edge through this one, so that this bar right here is in the middle. And I'm going to start the blue right here where this one started and go all the way to there. So it's a lot more snug when you're trying to get it in the same section shared with the last section, the other side. Okay, so get my ends through. And I'm going to carefully find the two edges of the burlap and keep going. Take your time through this part because it is a lot easier. It snags on this. You have to go a little slower. Make sure you're pulling on the right piece of burlap and not that edge from that previous one. I'm kind of using this thumb to hold this back a little bit. It makes it a little easier. And again, we don't have to cut after this section. I'm just going to move on to that next section. once I fill this in. All right, go on to the next one. All right, start the scrunching. And I'll probably end with a little bit extra because that's more burlap than I need, I think, to fill in this section. So I'm going to cut off the remaining amount. And then I'm going to push that through to finish this section. Okay, so there is the blue. Now I am going to do the red and ivory again, and I'm going to keep it the same, like the red is going here, ivory going here, red is going here, ivory going here. It's a smaller portion. The outer ring is bigger, obviously, so you need less. And I'm going to start off right where I left off. Get the edge through there. Edge through there. Line it up and start pulling. This side, this ring will fill in a lot faster because it is shorter. So I'm already going to cut this piece. Pull that ruffle through. Grab the ivory and keep going. Cut this. Finish pulling that through. And I'm just going to continue going all the way until I make it back to the blue. So I am finishing off now the last section of ivory. Just going to pull it through, fit as much in as I can. Let's see. Oh, so little left. I'm going to try and fit it in without having to cut it. Perfect. Okay, so there is the finished wreath. I ended with a little bit of red left, a little bit of blue left. So if you start with those 3 bolts, it should be perfect for the amount you need. You could add a sign, you could add some, like a ribbon or some stars up here would be cool, but yeah. How easy was that? I hope you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and have a great day.